Hi guys, I'm back from hospital. So it's been 6.5 months I think since I made a video, a plant related video. So yeah, I've made significant progress physically, and yeah, there's just been so much sorting out to do. So it's been like absolutely crazy. I think I don't know at the minute whether or not I'm going to make videos that are kind of edited, because there's a lot of other things going on, and I'm still adjusting to back home and things like that. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be kind of making really specific videos about different topics and editing them and things like that. I think it's more a case of me just going around my garden and showing people what's growing and what isn't. Because yeah, I don't have like the time and energy at the minute to kind of really put into making videos. But yeah, I mean, if people are happy watching random ramblings of me going around the garden and talking about plants, then that's really cool. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, so it's good. It's a new start. It's a really good time of year to come back. Everything's just starting to blossom, and yeah, it's a good point in the season where I can sort of catch up and get things planted and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll do a really quick tour of the greenhouse because yeah, there's some cool stuff. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a clear out in here. There were several trees over there. There was a donut peach, an apricot, and a green gage. The donut peach, I think it was Saturn was the variety. The snails just completely decimate that. There's no point in it being in here because it's never going to produce anything. I don't know how the snails get in, but I literally every day I'm like taking out loads of them. But anyway, so I've taken that out and see how it does outside. The green gage has gone to the allotment, and the apricot is not doing too well in the greenhouse. I'm not sure why, so I'm going to leave it outside for a bit and see what happens. But it just means that I've got a bit more space. And I used to have an office chair here for when I couldn't really like walk around much. I'd just sit in here. But I don't really need that now, so I'm going to just have a little camping chair, which, I can easily just fold up. I folded the fig up into it. That's not good. Oh, there we go. Anyway, this is a Ronde de Bordeaux fig, which I had a few main crop figs off of it last year, but they weren't that great. They're a little bit watery. I probably overwatered or something. But they were the first main crop figs I tried, and they weren't as good as the bog standard brown turkey fig, which is like the one that you're most likely going to find in the UK. Then there are a few things like this Crimson Bonfire peach, which I'm actually just going to keep for the ornamental purposes because the fruit wasn't particularly tasty. So I've pruned that back. There aren't any peaches on it this year. I've pruned some of them off. I'm just going to keep it because I like the foliage. But yeah, I think in general, like this year, it's going to be a process of like refining what I've got. I'm not. Well, I say that now. I say that I'm not going to buy anything new now, and I probably will. But yeah, I just want to take what I've got, choose what to focus on, and then get, hopefully actually get some produce out of stuff. You can see this grape here in flower. Got some little grapes in here. Can't remember what the variety was. It was, I either had the word flame or the word strawberry in it. I can't remember and I can't reach the label. Oh wait, I can actually. I found it. Grape is, it is called strawberry grape. But yeah, so hopefully get a few of those to try this year. Apparently they do taste like strawberries. This is really cool. I've got my peregrine peach. It's on a dwarf rootstock. I thought it would die because I think there is a disease down there, but it looks really healthy. Like the foliage is completely healthy, and it's got quite a few little fruits on. So yeah, quite optimistic about that. Hopefully get some little peaches. Got Cordon Noir here. I've just pinched the tips out, so hopefully it gets some main crop figs out of this. It would be nice to try this because apparently the Coldedams are usually pretty tasty, and I love the leaves. They're really nice. So I'm pretty sure this is what I thought it was. I've got another Coldedam Noir that the leaves are completely different, and I'm just like, it's a bit suspicious. But then we've got all the annual stuff here. I've just made a bit more space to put all of this in. These chilies here, they're, what were they called? Like AJ Habanero or something like that. But they look pretty nice. They're meant to be like an orange chili. So these are actually planted whilst I was in the hospital in Leeds. So I brought them back with me. They're doing all right. All the stuff that was like planted here, because my mum planted, I gave my mum like a schedule of when to plant stuff. But it's not really doing that well. Like you can see the tomatoes there. They're quite yellow and like quite weak. They've been, they were planted on the 1st of March and we're like a week into May and they're still like that. So I don't know. I think my hypothesis is that it's the compost, because I decided to try and use a peat-free compost, and everything that was growing in it, I mean, like this beetroot is another example. It's just really yellow and it just isn't like growing anymore. And the squashes, like the leaves just aren't, they don't look that healthy. So I don't know if the compost is not, if that's the problem or not. It would just be a shame, because obviously it's nice to try and keep the environment in mind. But I guess I'll just see if there are other brands. But anyway, then we've got the gourmet figs here. I call them the gourmet figs, it's just because they're the ones that are meant to be, quite tasty, and the ones that take a lot more effort to get figs off of. So there's a few Coldedam figs. Then there's what they said was a Black Madeira, so we'll see if that produces anything. It produced a fig last year actually, but it just didn't ripen in time. So yeah, we've got quite a few little figs inside. So yeah, there's a few citrus in the corner and that, which have flower buds on actually, so I might get a few citrus. Then just a really brief, I just want to show you outside, show you one of the figs. Actually first I just want to show you the pears. We've got pears on this tree. It's a multi-grafted tree, so there's several different varieties. So I'm hoping to actually get a nice little crop of pears, which would be really lovely. Pears are like one of my favourite fruits. Then something else to show you around here. So these were the trees that I took out. This is the apricot, which you can see is not happy. And it's been like soaked in water, and I don't know what it is, to be honest. But you can see the grapevines like coming over this massive arch, and there are hundreds and hundreds of these little clusters of flowers. And we got a lot last year, and I haven't even eaten them all. We've got like a massive bag in the freezer still full of grapes, which are quite small but otherwise really, really tasty. So this is the fig that I wanted to show you, because this is really cat. This is really, it's not focusing on it. Come on, phone. There we go. Look, there's like 4 figs within like an inch of stem. So this is Peretta, what I bought as the variety Peretta, which, I can't remember where I bought it from, but because I think Lubera coined the name Peretta, and it's like one of their best-selling figs, and I got it from a nursery that got it from Lubera. So this is the variety Peretta. The problem is it's probably a synonym for long date, long of August variety. I don't know how it works, and I don't know if it's genuine or not, but it seems to be really prolific, and it's a tiny little plant. I haven't had that long, so I'm really, really looking forward to it, because the reason is because firstly it's really productive, and secondly it was the tastiest fig that I had last year, even though I had some main crops. the Breba from this were better. So really looking forward to that. Yeah, variety of flowers, and I think this is Cox Orange Pippin, but the snails just absolutely look, they just come through and eat all the flowers and all the fruits, and I keep picking them off, and I don't know where they come from. I've got quite a lot of little cherries. And then this is the brown turkey, which is pretty reliable, although there are quite a lot of these little figs that have fallen off and going yellow, which is a bit sad. I need to uppot it, and I think that's why. I think it's just that the pot isn't big enough. And as soon as you miss a watering or whatever, then you get figs like that just go yellow and drop off. Unless they're ripening, but no, they're not. I think they're just going to fall off. But anyway, so there we go. So that's sort of a brief tour of the garden and stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope everyone else is doing really well. And yeah, lots of love, lots of peace, and I'll speak to you soon.